Hi, my name is Bill Neal and I'm the President and CEO of Tax Refund Services TaxMax. In today's on-demand session, I'm going to be teaching you the tools needed to be successful during the most important tax season ever. I'll go over solutions for retail and buy here, pay here dealers, which involve down payments, shortening the term by up to 20%, collections, inventory listing, and lead generation. Let's get started. So about TaxMax. TaxMax was founded in 1995. We work with over 3,000 dealerships all across the United States, over all 50 states. We have over 40 plus staff members located in Tampa, Florida, and we specialize in tax preparation and lead generation in the automotive sector. We've processed over 1 million tax returns since inception, and we work with franchise dealers, retail, and buy here, pay here dealerships. Also, TaxMax is the recipient of numerous small business and tax preparation awards. Some of the awards we received is the University of South Florida has nominated us and awarded us one of the fastest growing companies in Tampa, Florida in 2018. We've also partnered with the AutoTrader's Buy Here, Pay Here Center, and the IRS states that we are the #1 e-filer in the state of Florida. And we have some other awards and partnerships listed here. So to go over some of the problems and solutions in today's environment. Today, because of the virus, customers are hurting for money. Customers are temporarily being furloughed from their jobs. Some customers are out of work or receiving reduced hours and reduced income. They're struggling to make their car payments and struggling to come up with down payments for new sales. Now, with that being said, dealers are hurting for lot traffic. Dealers are in need of leads for potential buyers, and dealers are taking less money down than they need, and they're extending the term. Dealers are seeing delinquent accounts rising literally as every day goes on, and dealers are spending up to $1,300 more per vehicle due to the rise in vehicle costs. Basically, solution, you can use the TaxMax marketing program. Also with the TaxMax marketing program, you have access to the AutoTrader's Buy Here, Pay Here Center, as well as access to the Drive Now network. And I'll explain what these three are right here in the next slide. The TaxMax program, simply put, is convert a customer's W-2 into a large cash down payment. All retail and buy here, pay here dealers can get up to $6,000 within hours starting January the 2nd. And you can use that part of the program for January, February, and March. With that $6,000 refund advance, you can increase your down payments by accessing your customer's tax refund first. And you can really access it up to 8 weeks before the IRS releases the refund. For buy here, pay here dealers, we can help you reduce the term by up to 20%. And anything with the TaxMax program on the refund advance, you get same day funding. And most important, there's no risk, there's no liability. And we'll talk a little bit more about our tax season 365 days a year program, which is our irregular payment program. We have buy here, pay here dealers all across the country have been using this program for the last 3 or 4 years with a great success. We've also partnered with the AutoTrader's Buy Here, Pay Here Center, and this is basically an area where people with little credit, bad credit, or no credit look to purchase some vehicles. So basically, whether you're a retailer, buy here, pay here, you can list your entire inventory online. There's no limitations. Some places online you can list 5 cars, and then maybe you have to pay an additional fee per car afterwards. With the AutoTrader site, there are no limits and no additional fees listing all of your inventory here. You'll receive real-time analytics about shoppers in your area. It'll increase your online presence and will also help you sell more cars. And we'll talk about this in a little bit more in the presentation. And the Drive Now network. This is literally a lead generation site specific for tax season leads. And the Drive Now network is the only lead generation site, once again, looking for consumers wanting to put their tax check to work in purchasing a vehicle. You'll receive on average 30 to 40 leads during peak tax time, which is pretty much December through February. The average closing ratio is 17.3% of these leads, and they're real-time leads from car shoppers in your area. You'll actually receive these leads while consumers are actively purchasing and searching to purchase vehicles online. Once an individual submits their lead through the Drive Now network, you as the dealer will receive a text message literally in 60 seconds. If you respond to that text message, there's a button you can literally hit to hit call, and you'll be put in touch with that consumer as they're shopping online. These are real-time leads for car shoppers in your area. These leads are never resold or regurgitated. These leads are literally no more than 1 to 2 minutes old anytime that you receive them. and there's no per lead fees in using the DriveNow network. Now, tax season quiz. This is pretty much indicative of a subprime customer or someone who makes obviously less than $50,000 a year looking to purchase a vehicle. In this example, we have a single parent that has 2 or 3 children. They earn $18,000 a year in W-2 income with 0 taxes paid in. What do you think the expected federal tax refund is? The answer is $8,882. Once again, this is with no taxes, federal taxes withheld. On $18,000 in income, it's very common to have $1,200 to $1,500 in taxes withheld. So you're looking at tax refund checks in excess of $10,000 for someone who may have made only $18,000 for the year. So why wouldn't you want to put this money to work? And we'll talk about that in just a few minutes. Now, with the pandemic, a lot of people are saying that refunds may go down quite a bit or substantially. So I just want to kind of add $6,000 of unemployment to the same situation. Now the new refund amount is $7,830 instead of $8,800 plus. So the refund really only drops by $1,000 with the addition of the $6,000 in unemployment. So I kind of want to put to bed the notion of, because of the unemployment situation, that tax season or tax refunds will go to 0. At the time of this presentation, there is a lot of acts in Congress to possibly make tax refunds even double, with the extension of the child tax credit of possibly going up to $3,600 per child, also with the extension of the refundability of the child tax credit. In the current situation, only $1,400 of the tax refund or the child tax credit is refundable, where in some of the bills in Congress up to $3,600 per child, all of it is fully refundable. There's talks of expanding the earned income credit, as well as some situations of using larger amounts of earned income credit claimed in the past. So once again, tax season is alive and well, and we expect tax refunds to be the largest that they've ever been this coming tax season. So some tax season facts. The average TaxMax customer's refund last year was $5,211. With all of the acts in Congress and some of the existing tax laws that are in place right now, I would like to say that we can forecast tax refunds for next year to be up around at least 30%. So we look at tax refunds to average, instead of $5,200, possibly just $6,000, $7,000, and $8,000 for next year, if not higher. 9 out of 10 taxpayers will receive a tax refund, and most importantly is that most of these customers will spend their entire refund within 48 hours. The rule of thumb is if their average refund expected is $5,200, these customers will spend $7,200 of their $5,200 refund. Also, a lot of this money will start to be spent or pledged to be spent as early as November and December. So once again, that's very important. Why you should also have a TaxMax partner or a tax marketing partner. So you as the dealer, many times you will say to the customer, we need to get you more money down to get you improved. In turn, the customers will come back to you and say, well, I'll come back when I get my tax refund in January, February. One thing I've learned, and now I fully understand why dealers say, what's it going to take to put you in the car today? It's because the statistic that we learned from the NABD is that 17% of customers will return after leaving the lot for the first time. So if you let that customer go and tell them to come back when they get their tax refund, there's an 83% chance that they will not return. If you don't have a tax marketing program or a tax partner, you're going to send them off the lot, but one of your neighboring dealerships that is using TaxMax or having a tax season partner will actually be able to take care of that customer and sell that customer, taking that customer out of the market entirely, giving you no chance to sell to that customer. So once again, having a tax season plan and a tax season partner is extremely important, especially in today's environment. Once again, we expect this coming tax season to be the most important tax season ever, or at least in the last 10 to 15 years. So for all dealers, let's kind of paint a scenario here. Simply put, TaxMax will file your customer's tax return, but the refund is sent to you, the dealership, first to be used as a down payment. The money is sent to you at the dealership, but you can either print the check in your printer with check stock that TaxMax will provide you, or TaxMax will provide you some prepaid Visa cards where the money will be loaded directly onto those cards. A refund option starts on January the 2nd. Once again, this is for all dealers. We can get up to $6,000 of the refund in literally just 1 to 2 hours. So once again, if someone comes onto your lot, we can process their tax return, access their money up to 8 weeks before the IRS releases it, and put that $6,000 on a prepaid Visa card that's in your hands, not the customer's hands, or have you, the dealer, print a check on check stock that we provide you, and once again, that check stock is printed in your printer. You guys are completely in charge, and this is how you can get a larger down payment. With larger down payment can get you more approvals, and more approvals will get you more sales. So usually at this point, if I'm talking to people, I have a bunch of hands in the audience, and they say, raise their hand and say, what's my dealer risk? Now, once again, using this type of program for January, February, using the Refund Advance, where you can literally print the refund in your printer or have that money sent to a prepaid Visa card, there's no liability whatsoever. Once this money is approved within 1 to 2 hours, it is guaranteed. There's no recourse and no chargebacks. So next, usually people ask, well, what will happen if the IRS doesn't release the refund in 6 to 8 weeks? Well, there's no recourse to the customer and no chargebacks to the customer as well. The bank takes the loss, and then basically the dealer and the customer received an advance on their tax refund, of which they would not have to pay back. So why would you not want this tool to help your sales team? Once again, there's no risk, no liability, and every dealer in the United States should be doing this program. Once again, do not send these customers off the lot to get their taxes done elsewhere, because there's only a 17% chance they will return, and odds are they'll end up at one of your neighbor dealerships, and that a car will be sold at that dealership. So once again, every dealership in the United States should be using this program. You're crazy if you're not. So once again, for all dealers, Refund Advances solves the problem. You can get up to $6,000 within hours for the customer. Funds are sent directly to the dealership, once again, not to the consumer. Start tax season on January the 2nd, and you can steal market share and capture these customers first. As I mentioned, there's no risk and there's no liability. Here's a sample of an ad that one of our dealers had done last tax season, and it basically states, let us file your taxes for free, then we'll double it up to $2,000. I'm not saying you have to do this exactly this way. You can advertise, we'll file your taxes for free, and you can drive out today. Some of our dealers will advertise, drive now and pay later. Some will even say we'll match your refund up to $1,000. This is completely up to you, the dealer. And what I suggest, if you have any questions with this, you reach out to TaxMax directly, and we can talk to you, as we have 25 years worth of experience on what ads work and what ads do not work. We can also give you some advice on, for example, if you're going to do we'll match your refund up to $1,000, how your deal structure should look, or for example, if you want to do taxes for free, we'll tell you how that works as well. So once again, using this type of advertising, you get to grow your tax season sales. You should contact all your prior denials for people that you may have denied in November and December, and as well as offer this program to all your new customers. You may have denied someone in November, December. You can tell them at the spot, hey, I was not able to put you in that nice car today, but if you bring me back your W-2 in January, I can process your tax return through TaxMax and get you an advance on your tax return up to $6,000 in 1 to 2 hours and put you into a vehicle that you like. One thing I learned is that many dealers will deny up to 20% of their applications. If they have 100 people that come onto their lot, they may deny up to 40 of these applications. Most applications are denied due to lack of down payment. Also, a lot of dealers will say, well, a lot of applications are denied because they have bad credit. Well, if they have bad credit, once again, a $6,000 down payment will usually help out in getting that denial turned into an approval. So once again, having a tax season partner and a tax plan can turn more of your denials into sales. Call all of your prior denials starting January the 1st and once again offer the promotion, or when you deny them in November, December, let them know and give them a heads up with the promotion. Maybe have them go home with a flyer that you have already prepared for them. That way, once again, let them know you'll be contacting them in January. And it's the only time of year where most of these taxpayers will receive a significant amount of money. I just showed you someone who made $18,000 for the year could be getting a refund check as high as $8,000 and $10,000. So that was for retail and buy here, pay here, but now I'm going to talk about buy here, pay here specifically, as there's a lot more that buy here, pay here dealers can do. Buy here, pay here dealers can basically utilize tax season all 365 days a year using our Irregular Payments program, 365-day a year tax program. So whether it's October, November, December, even July, but we'll pretend that this is December, customer Dave earns a good wage. He's worked for the same employer for 3 years, and his reference list is very long. Dave wants a new truck, and you, the dealer, require $1,500 down, but Dave only has $900 in cash. What are your options? Well, in essence, you have 4 options for you as the dealer. Option 1 is no deal, and you tell Dave he needs to go home and come back when he gets the full $1,500 down. Well, I told you earlier there's only a 17% chance that this customer will return and purchase from you. Odds are they'll stumble upon one of your competition that has a tax marketing program or a tax partner, and they'll be able to purchase the vehicle from that location. So option 1 is really not a good deal. Number 2 is put Dave into a car he doesn't want. One thing I learned from doing this, working with dealers for 25 years, is if you put someone who wants a nice shiny truck into a Ford Taurus that's 10 years old with a bunch of scratches and dents and 150,000 miles, this car eventually will be voluntarily repoed, where the car customer will say, you know what, I really don't want this car. I've only had it for 3 months and here's the keys, I'm done with it. So option 2 is also a bad mix as well. Now, I'm not saying you put Dave into the car that he can't afford, but you have to find a balance between a car that he wants versus a car that he can afford versus, once again, a car he doesn't want at all. So it's a fine little balance there. Option 3, and this is what dealers are doing all across the United States today, is you're going to take $900 down and you're going to extend the term by several months. So for example, if you average a 40-month term and taking less of a down payment, you're going to extend the term maybe from 40 months to 44 or 45 months. So once again, it'll get the job done, but extending the term in today's environment is not a good solution. Also, earlier I told you that dealers are spending up to $1,300 extra per vehicle because the vehicles are so expensive in today's environment. So you may be extending the term anyway, so taking less money down is definitely not a solution. Option 4 is the winner. Option 4 is what we tell you and all of our dealers to do all across the United States. So option 4 is you're going to take the $900 down today and tell them, hey, it's December, we're running a tax season promotion where we can estimate your tax return, and we can take an extra $1,000 out of your tax refund this coming February. 85% of the time when you bring this up to Dave or to any consumer, they will say yes. So what you would do is you take the down payment, set up a tax season payment in the contract for the additional $1,000. You can even make it $1,200 or $1,300 down, and you'll get combined with a $900 over $2,000 down, where you were normally going to settle for $900. This is a deal that you would have done normally, so there's no extra risk in doing this. And now, instead of extending the term to 44 or 45 months, you can now reduce the term to possibly 34 or 35 months. So would you rather have a 34-month contract, or would you rather have a 44 or 45-month term contract? So the answer obviously is easily you would rather have the 33 or 34-month contract. All you do is encourage the customer to bring their W-2 back, file with TaxMax at the dealership, and receive the additional down payment that you as the dealer need and want. And once again, this money sent to you and not to the consumer. So when you're in buy here, pay here, you're in the risk business to begin with. So this is good risk for the risk business. Actually, it's great risk for the risk business. So once again, get that money, shrink your term. So what is an irregular payment? The definition of an irregular payment is a balloon payment scheduled in the middle of the contract. Basically, you need to have an available DMS partner, which I'll show you in the next slide. And what it really is, for example, you'll take the $900 down payment. Payment 1 through 12 may be $200 bi-weekly. Payment 13 would be, in this example, a $1,200 tax season payment due February the 28th. And then the remainder of the payments, 14 through 80, would be $200 bi-weekly. So once again, in this example, you took $900 down. You scheduled $1,200 as a special tax season payment for February the 28th. Now you're getting $2,100 down as opposed to the $900 you were going to settle. This eliminates pickup payments and eliminates deferred down payments. An irregular payment is not a pickup payment and is not a deferred down. An irregular payment is Reg Z compliant. It does accrue interest into the contract, and it's a directly scheduled payment into the contract. And you can schedule these payments all year round. Imagine if you sell 50 cars a month, times 12 months is 600 vehicles. Imagine you get an extra $1,000 for every vehicle that you sell all year round. This is an extra $600,000 in cash that would show up in your bank account every February. This is not funny accounting tricks or funny money or paper profits. This is real cash that will end up in your bank account every February the 28th. So once again, why would you not want to do this? We have multiple dealers who have multiple locations, and they cash flow positive millions of dollars every February. So once again, it's cash flow positive, and you're crazy to not do this. So some of the DMS partners that we partner with are AFS Dealers, AutoMaster Systems, AutoStar, Finance Express, Wayne Reeves, the Dealer Socket family, ComSoft, DealPack, and IDMS. If you use or plan to use Irregular Payments and your DMS partner is not listed here, please reach out to them directly and ask them, hey, can you work on putting irregular payment functionality into the DMS? Have that DMS reach out to TaxMax, and we'd be happy to talk to them about how we can help them get development going on the irregular payment. Once again, irregular payments are kind of the new wave going through the buy here, pay here industry, as we've been successfully been able to reduce the term by up to 20%. In some cases, this is a savior for some dealers, and in some cases, it's turned a non-profitable dealership into an extremely profitable dealership just by changing your average term to 33 months from 44 months. Also for buy here, pay here, don't forget collections. As part of buy here, pay here, unfortunately, you will have accounts that become past due, especially in today's COVID situation. More consumers are struggling to make their car payments than ever, and you, the dealership, are able to work with those customers. What you basically do is contact all your past due accounts at the end of December or beginning of January and offer the TaxMax service as a tool to get caught up on their accounts. Our dealerships will bring 50 to 70% of their past due accounts current. We also have what's called a promise to pay with our W-2, and basically you can have the customer come in November, December, estimate what the tax return is going to be, and then have them sign a promise to pay using their W-2. If you want more information on this promise to pay, just reach out to TaxMax and we'll show you more on how that works. At the very end of this presentation, we'll give you our contact information. This way you'll be able to reach out to us in regards to more information on that. Now, also, one thing we've done is we've partnered with the AutoTrader's Buy Here, Pay Here Center. And once again, this is an area where a subprime customer with little credit, bad credit, or no credit will go to look to purchase a vehicle. Once again, we can send you leads on consumers wanting to purchase vehicles. We can get you more customers, which will yield more sales. We've already taught you how to get more money down, how to shrink the term, and add more money to the bottom line. Also, too, with the TaxMax program, we do have an underwriting checklist that we will not have time to go over here, but you can reach out to us directly and ask for more information, as we have taken information from underwriting over 1 million tax deals and car sales. We know exactly what you should do and what you should not do. So one thing with AutoTrader is they've realized how important tax season has become to many dealerships, whether retail or buy here, pay here. And when asked on their website, this site will ask consumers, would you like to use part of your future tax return towards a vehicle purchase? Many consumers are saying yes, and we're putting customers that are wanting to purchase a vehicle using their tax return, putting them and pairing them up with TaxMax dealers. So what would happen is the information would be listed on the website. You have a little TaxMax logo next to the vehicle listing, and consumers can search and find your inventory online. One thing I like about the AutoTrader site is you have a dashboard that gives you tons of tools. Over here on the left, it will give you a dashboard and a score of 1 to 10 of how your dealership rates online. We'll also give you a score of 1 to 10 on how your inventory rates online. The lower your score, the more tips that the site will tell you on how to better structure and list your inventory online. We'll also track your performance and tell you how many shoppers found you in your area and how many times that people clicked on your inventory. One of my favorite parts of the AutoTrader's Subprime Center is the hot or not. It will tell you how many vehicles in your zip code are being sold, and more so, it will tell you the most popular ones. So in this example, in this zip code, it states that Jeep Wrangler is the #1 vehicle sold at 24 times the normal rate. Dodge Charger was sold 18 times the normal rate. What this does is tell you as the dealer, if you're going to the auction, you better have some of these vehicles on your lot because these are vehicles searched within your zip code of vehicles that consumers want to buy. So this is going to help you once again match consumers to vehicles that they're wanting to buy and hopefully get them onto your lot. We'll also tell you how your inventory stacks up. We'll give you a score of 1 to 10 per vehicle. In these examples, these are 2 9s and 2 10s. In the event you had a scoring of anywhere from a 1 through a 6, you can look at that and say, okay, I need to maybe post some more pictures, better pictures, or do some things to, once again, to get that score up to that 9 and 10 range. Also, we'll give you a demographic of your shoppers in the last 30 days of where and how they found you. In this example, 14% of consumers found them by desktop, 81% were mobile, and 3% were tablet. A lot of vehicles are searched online. In today's environment, I'd say 95% of the car buying process begins online. The days of people's feet hitting the street, going down dealership row, popping into 6 and 7 different dealerships are gone. Now they're actually searching online. So if you don't have your vehicles listed here at the AutoTrader site, as well as additional sites, you may have a 0% chance of selling to that consumer that's searching online. So it's more than important than ever to realize where your customers are finding you, whether it's tablet, mobile, or desktop, as well as making sure you have your inventory exposed online. In this example, this dealership showed up 131,000 times in the search results. And in this example, it will tell you how many times consumers reached out and called your dealership, whether by email or a call. This dealership had calls 426 times to their dealership wanting to buy vehicles. Another one of my favorite parts of the site on the AutoTrader site is how your inventory stacks up. This tells you how many times people clicked on each vehicle. This part right here will save you tens of thousands of dollars and help you from keeping your inventory from getting stale. In this example, 8 people clicked on the Chevrolet Cruze, and up here in the far top left, 48 people clicked on the Dodge Charger. Now, one thing that this kind of gives off as a red flag is that we've had 48 people click on the vehicle, interested in the vehicle, yet it has not sold. Maybe some of the pictures that are listed online has some McDonald's garbage in the back seat, or maybe the price is priced wrong. You meant to price it at $18,000, but you accidentally priced it at $28,000. So once again, this alone will help you get your inventory moving at a normal pace so it doesn't sit there and get stale in your dealership. If a car sits in your lot for 3, 6, 9 months, it does depreciate in value, and eventually you will have to lower your price and you will possibly take a loss on it. So if you manage this part of the site at least once a week and review the vehicles that are getting stale, once again, it will help you save you tens of thousands of dollars. So as we start to wrap up, some takeaways. Tax season is alive and well. It's extremely important to have a tax season partner, as I just explained. A W-2 can equal a down payment, more approvals, and basically turn your prior denials into possibly sales. A refund advance, once again, whether you're a retail dealer or a buy here, pay here dealer, in January, February, you can print those refund advances out in your printer in literally as little as 1 to 2 hours, or have money loaded up on a prepaid Visa card. Once again, the money's sent to you, the dealer, and not to the consumer. So you're in charge of the process and you're in charge of the money. Once approved, it is guaranteed that you, the dealer, will get paid. Basically, for buy here, pay here dealers, you can start tax season sales all year round, or some dealers are conservative and only do it in the fourth quarter, beginning October, November, and December. And once again, collections. I just showed you how we can convert some collections into current accounts. And I always say if you save a delinquent account, it's like, basically if you save a repo, it's like selling a new sale. Also, I showed you how you can receive quality leads through the AutoTrader site and also keep your inventory from going stale. This alone will save you tens of thousands of dollars. So I appreciate everyone's time today and listening to me go over tax season, how this tax season is probably going to be the most important tax season ever for you as the dealer, or at least the most important tax season in a decade. If you have any further questions or want to become a TaxMax dealer partner, you can go to our website at TaxMax.com. There you can actually sign up for our tax program right there on the spot, or you can even click and read the website on the Overview tab and see more, as well as some videos about the program. There's also a demo button where you can literally pick the date and time you wish and schedule a live demo. If you'd like to call and talk to a live TaxMax representative, you can call at 866-642-4107, or you can email us at trs@taxrefundservices.com. Whether it's the underwriting checklist that I referenced within the program or the presentation, or if it has anything to do with the W-2 and collections program. There's also a repairs program. So there's a lot more that we haven't talked about. I just wanted to keep this presentation brief. But feel free, please, to reach out at any time. Our goal at TaxMax is to help you, the dealer, be successful, and in regards to the COVID crisis, keep your doors open and keep you in business. We work with over 3,000 dealers nationwide, and we would love to work with you.